Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Sana. Today we are going to discuss about the sexual intimacy or sexual intercourse. In the previous video, when I was describing about the female and male sexual organs, the main sexual organs, one of my friend mentioned that the explanation was clear, but the part you showed was not that much clear. So I'll go through what I explained in previous video in a quicker way, and then we'll start today's topic. Okay. So first, we are going to discuss about the female sexual organ, the vulva, which usually we refer this all area in layman language. We usually refer this all area together as vagina, but it is not that. Actually, this external female sexual organ, all the area is called vulva, and the large lip in the vulval area, and the large lip, these large lips in the vulval area are called labia majora, and the minor small lips in the vulval area are called labia minora, or inner lips in the vulval area are called labia minora. Okay, and this is the clitoral area where you can see the skin covering. It is called a prepuce. These all are explained in the previous video very detailed, and this is called here, this is called and this is called a vaginal opening, the entrance to vagina. And here there is a small needle like opening above the vagina is called urethral opening, where you pee. This is the anal opening. So in a female body, there are three openings. One is one over here in needle-like opening called urethral opening, and the larger opening is called vaginal opening, and the anal opening. This is where your poop comes out. All comes in a line, all situated in a line from anterior front part to posterior. Okay, now we comes to the male reproductive organ. Okay, male reproductive organ, penis, is situated outside the body, and it is usually a flabby, like a soft structure most of the time. When pressurized or when it is erected, it become hard. Inside this soft penis, there is a lot of balloon like structures or gaps. When a message from the brain comes and it tells the blood to flow into these gaps or balloon like structures, and the penis become bigger, harder and firm. This is called a erection. This goes back to the normal state when the blood flows back and the penis becomes soft again. So now let's see how the erected penis look like, and this is how the erected penis look like. And let's discuss the structures of this penis. This is the root of the penis. Now let's discuss about the shaft. This is the shaft, long cylindrical part of the middle part of the penis, made up of soft tissues, become firm when it is erected. And this is the head. It is also called a glans penis. This is the rounded tip of the penis, very sensitive part of the penis. There is a small opening over here in the middle of the glans penis. It is called a urethral opening, through which your pee, when you are pressurized, or when the male is pressurized, or sexual fluid or the semen also comes from this urethral opening. Okay, now there is one more thing, that is prepuce. Usually most of the Islamic men remove this prepuce. Prepuce means the foreskin of the that covers the glans penis or head of the penis, and most of the Islamic men remove this penis as a part of Islamic culture. and it is called a circumcision. Removing the foreskin or prepuce is called circumcision. Now let's discuss about the scrotum. It is a small bag-like structure under the penis is called scrotum. Okay. Its main function is holds the testis. Two ball-like structures inside this bags is called the testis, which produces semen, which produces sperms in males. Okay. So now let's discuss about what is sexual intimacy or what is sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse or sex, normally we call as sex, is the physical act in which two people engages in intimate contact for reproduction, emotional bonding or pleasure. In simple term, it is usually refers to penetration of a penis into the vagina, which can lead to pregnancy if the sperm released from penis fertilizes with the egg in the uterus or fallopian tube. It can lead to pregnancy. Okay. However, the term sometimes used more broadly, it includes other forms of sexual activity between consenting adult. The key point is it involves physical intimacy and closeness. It requires mutual consent and it can have emotional, physical, and reproductive aspects. It comes with responsibilities such as protecting health, respecting boundaries, and preventing pregnancy or infections. So, the main point you should note that this sexual intimacy or the intercourse is only permitted through marriage in Islam. It also considered as an act of worship to Allah. It also means emotional closeness, tranquility, or sukoon, and having children in Islam. So, what involves is it is when a husband and wives comes together physically in private, where the husband's private parts enters to the wife's private parts. Okay, so in our model, it is like this. So the sexual intimacy or sex means what happens when sexual intimacy or sex means it means sexual intercourse. In simple terms, it usually refers to penetration of penis into vagina like this. So penis enters fully into vagina. Okay. In a sexual intercourse, after entering the penis into vagina, depends on women's and men's needs. There is in and out movement of this penis. This is called a thrusting movements. How long this thrusting movement last depends on the needs and pleasure of both people. And once I got the question that how many times a male should thrust into a female uh, to make the female pregnant. So there is no such number of times you should thrust to get a woman pregnant, because it depends on the release of the sperms from the penis to the vagina and the quality of the sperms, quality and the quantity of the sperms in the sexual fluid, that determines how the woman going to get pregnant. Okay. It doesn't depend on the number of times in the thrusting movements. So I previously explained in my video that the sexual response cycle of the male and female in detail, and there is a big time difference between female readiness and the male response, and you should adjust with that. The male should adjust that that response in a better way, so that female should also get what is mean by pleasure. So please do check it out. And now let's discuss why it is a haram relationship in Islam, if it is not in a marriage. Because in teenage time, In my previous puberty video, I explained that teenage is the time when brain unlocks hormonal release and control center of the brain is functions a little less than the emotional center and the other centers of the brain at the teenage time. So you have the curiosity, or you have the emotions and curiosity more in a teenage time than the control. So why Allah gave you that time? Because He is training you to practice control and to take a responsibility. So why Allah permitted um, the sexual relationship only in marriage. So it is a serious responsibility. It is not just fun or or a trend. It can lead to pregnancy, emotional attachment, and heartbreak, stress. Also, health risks are also involved. Consent really matters. According to Islam, no one should ever be forced or pressured or manipulated. No always means a no, a big no. Your body always has value. Your body is not an object, it deserves respect and protection. Emotions are real. Sexual closeness creates emotional bonds. People often feels attached, vulnerable, or hurt afterwards if there is no commitment. These boundaries is to protect you. Having boundaries doesn't mean you are weak, it means you are strong and self aware. So, according to Islam, love, commitment, and safety comes first. And self control is a form of dignity, not repression. So, that means, according to Islam, sexual intercourse is a private and lawful physical relationship between husband and wife. It is not a physical act but also a act of mercy, love, and responsibility. So we stop here today. In another video, we can discuss more detailed about contraceptive methods and process of pregnancy, etc. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.